Hey folks, LA Little here with TA today. I got a question on the last video, or on a video, one of the last ones, and it said, hey, transports, what's happening? The comments are great. If you leave me a comment, I'm here to try and help, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you how to trade these charts. I've been trading for many years. I've traded too much actually, but I've put in my 10,000 hours. Let's say that I've put in way more than 10,000 hours. But if I can help you, then I will. And the way to help you is for you to give me an idea about what you're looking at, and I can show you what I see when I look at it. And I think that's helpful. So comments are great. Subscribe to the channel and let me help you. So let's, what is it here? It's about 10 o'clock Pacific time on Tuesday the 9th. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the transport. So the first thing to do if you're going to look at something, questions about the transports, is just go look it up and say what's in it, right? You can see here about 42, almost half of it is in the top 4 stocks. So all we got to do is look at those 4 stocks to see what's going on. Before we do that, let's just look at the transports. So I'll just throw the transports in and we'll take a look at it. Now the transports have been moving up. They've had a nice run to the top side. And let me take all this off so it's not so confusing. And that run to the top side, let me get this one over, there we go, has taken it right up to the highs, right up here at the swing point high on a 5-year chart. And here you just broke over it. Right, all these swing point highs just broke over it, and over here, nice move coming back a little bit today. So should you be buying the transports? Is this the place to be purchasing? Well, I think you want to take a look inside of it and say, okay, what's inside of it and how are they trading? So the highest weighting is Uber. So Uber up here at the all-time highs. Right? And so when I look at Uber and say, is this a buy? Well, it's kind of hard to say it's not a good stock at this point because you got your swing point highs all up here. It broke out. It's testing and testing, right? So that's the test point. Look over here. Now it just came down on hard volume, right? And it's right back to the top of it. If it can make it over it, then that says it's going to go test the highs again. If it can't, it's going to roll back over. And so this is kind of in a little bit of a dangerous point on the weekly charts. And if I go over here on the dailies actually had this wide price spread bar to the downside. It got over it. Now it's trying to hold it. There's a little gap back here as well. And, the trend's kind of been down here. That's what this is. So, it's constructive. I don't see anything terrible about Uber. You got some ABCDs to the top side still, so Uber looks fine. So heaviest weighting, what is that? What was that? 20%. 20% is in Uber. The next one is UNP. Let's look at UNP. So UNP, blase over here, right? You don't really have anything happening on that time frame. Now here's a little bit more interesting. You got a swing point high, another swing point high. Not a lot of volume on those highs. And you're coming back up to test them. So UNP, Pacific Railroad here, looking like it's going to try and test the tops. Young bullish, bearish here still, but that will change if it breaks. This one looks constructive. UPS, let's look at that one. That's the next highest weighting. So UNP was about 16%. So the top two, which is 36%, actually look constructive. Now you can see here, this has been a death bell. It's trying to make a bottom finally. As a matter of fact, it looks like it has. Here's the break. You go under it, there's buyers there. Nobody wants to sell. And then boom, you get a nice big spike up. Now, this has been, terribly, a terrible stock for a long time. So to come back in here and then make the move would be sensible. So, I wouldn't get too excited about it right now, but it looks like it's put a bottom in. Okay, so that's also constructive. The The worst it can do now is just like do nothing for the indexes. I mean, for this particular index, it's not going to hurt it now at this point. It's just going to help. FDX is the other one, and you can see FDX doing very strong climb. Monthly coming back up. Weekly, let's see where the retest regens are. Yeah, I mean, this looks constructive too, right? I mean, it looks to me like this is probably going to have to do some work in here, but it looks constructive to me. And over here, you got a retest regen. That was, actually that's there still, right? Bullish. I look at the individual stocks, the top 5 stocks, 50% of the weighting in these top 5 stocks. They look constructive, all of them, which is what you see in the index itself, right? The ETF. So would I be buying? Yeah, I probably would. Where would I be buying? Well, boy, that sure looks like a good area there, right? Which is like right back down in here. So anything into this 74 area is probably a buy. That's the way it stacks up. And the fact that you're about to break out here, that's very positive. And if you do it this month, you'd have multiple time frames, all-time highs, and not all-time, but 5-year highs. And you're going to see some more ABCD show up. This one's already projecting and in play on the intermediate term time to 81. So looks to me like IYT is going to go higher. And so would I be buying it? Yeah, I probably would. And where would I buy? I'd buy on that retest, right? Into this, 74 area. That's the way it looks to me. Leave comments. Take care. See you next time.